huge potential IPO announcement today. Jack Ma's Ant Financial, which is the #1 fintech company in the world right now.
China e-commerce దిగ్గజం అలీబాబాకు చెందిన Ant Group.
Well, it's going to be big. That's what I can say.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chinese Stocks channel, 中国股票频道. I'm Michael and today's special video is about the IPO of Ant Financial, the company that is looking to have the biggest IPO in history. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome on board. I'm Michael. I've been living in China for more than 5 years, assisting international companies in finding Chinese investors and partners. In this channel, I cover the most interesting Chinese companies and their stocks, from NIO and Baidu to Futu Holdings and JD.com and many more. So before we start, I'd be more than happy if you hit the like button and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm and will make it easier for me to release more content about Chinese companies and their stocks. So Ant Financial, the Chinese fintech giant, filed for IPO in late August and is going to ring the bell in the 5th of November. The company valuation is over $313 billion and is looking to raise around $34.5 billion in its combined IPOs in Hong Kong and Shanghai. That could be the largest listing ever, more than Saudi's Aramco IPO last year. Holding a successful IPO, Ant could exceed the market capitalization of Bank of America and be more than twice the size of Citigroup. So in this video, I'll give you an intro to this amazing company and its business and tell you how you can profit from this iconic IPO. Founded in 2004, Ant Financial started as a payment unit of Alibaba, aiming to assist Chinese buyers shop online on Alibaba platforms and make online transactions. 16 years later, Ant Financial is the world's biggest fintech company, amassing a wide range of financial licenses including payments, online banking, insurance, microlending, and more. The company is owned by legendary Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, to whom it's going to be the second record-breaking IPO. Alibaba's IPO in 2014 was the world's biggest at the time. Ant Financial is playing a huge role in Chinese people's daily lives. Its online payment application Alipay has more than 1.2 billion registered users, almost as many users as there are people in China. China has most Alipay accounts with around 900 million, and the rest 300 million are in countries like India, Korea, Indonesia, and others. As of June 2020, Alipay had 711 million monthly active users. Talking about users numbers, very few tech products and applications in the world boost more than 1 billion users. Tencent's WeChat has 1 billion, Facebook has more than 2 billion, but those are social platforms where there can often be bot, fake, or duplicate accounts. Alipay, though, requires real name verification and its numbers are absolutely amazing. Alipay is so huge and meaningful that it handled around $17 trillion in transactions in the last 12 months. That's more than Visa's 8.8 trillion and MasterCard's 6.5 trillion combined. And while Visa and MasterCard services require a credit card, China's present is cashless and almost cardless, with QR code being the most popular mean for payments of any kind. In China's current banking environment, many Chinese individuals and small business owners are underbanked and cannot enjoy banking services from China's major banks. This fact was one of the major reasons for China's population going digital. People use Alipay on a daily basis when they pay for products online and offline, buy groceries, eat in restaurants, pay for a bus or a taxi, enter office buildings, pay their utility bills, buy insurance, flights, hotels, and more. Talking about tourism-related businesses, Alipay, who dominates more than 56% of the Chinese online payment market, started cooperation with international service providers, aiming to make Chinese tourists continue making transactions with Alipay also when far from home. So until now we covered Ant's flagship product, but Ant is much more than just Alipay. Ant also holds the largest money market fund in the world, Yuebao, with $173 billion in assets. Ant also has more than 290 billion US dollars in consumer loans and more than 107 million customers that joined Ant's Xianghubao insurance and mutual aid healthcare plan. So Ant IPO is going to take place next week, and as we know, IPOs tend to bring lots of investors' attention. But while the hottest IPOs in the last few years were IPOs of money-losing companies like Snowflake, Uber, electric vehicle startups, and more, Ant's story is totally different. Ant's group is making money, a lot of money. In its IPO filing, it revealed $10.5 billion in revenue and $3.2 billion in profit for the first half of 2020. So, as we understand, Ant's IPO is going to be an historical one, but unlike other hot IPOs, this time America is left behind. As an indirect result of China-US tensions, the US capital market will be missing the listing of Ant Group, and those who will be harmed the most are the US pension funds and other financial institutions with restrictive investment mandates that can only buy shares in companies with US listing. But if you are a retail investor, and I guess most of you are, there are still ways to take part in this world record IPO. So Ant Financial is going for dual listing in Hong Kong and Shanghai. The Hong Kong shares have been priced at 80 Hong Kong dollars each, which are around 10.32 US dollars. The Shanghai shares will be priced at 68.8 yuan. Ant will issue 1.67 billion shares for $17.24 billion in each stock exchange and $34.5 billion in total. So what are the ways to take part in this record-breaking IPO? First one is to use a broker with international access. While most US-based brokers don't offer investors access to Hong Kong or mainland China exchanges, there are still a few brokers like Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, and Charles Schwab, which allow US investors to buy shares in Hong Kong. The second one is to invest in Alibaba. The easiest way to enjoy Ant Financial IPO is to buy the shares of Alibaba. Alibaba holds 33% stake in the company, and its stock is expected to rise in Ant Financial IPO date. Alibaba's stake in Ant generated $752 million in investment profits, or 4% of its net income in fiscal 2020. While Ant doesn't generate as much revenues and profits for Alibaba as its e-commerce business, those profits can grow long term. The third one is to buy an ETF. ETFs focusing on Asian markets are likely to add Ant shares to their portfolios. Speaking to CNBC, Todd Rosenblatt, CFRA's analyst, predicted that Renaissance Capital's International IPO ETF, ticker symbol IPOS, would be one of the first ETFs to buy shares of Ant. And now to the fourth way to enjoy Ant Financial IPO, and probably the most exciting way, be adopted by Jack Ma. So what can we expect from Ant's IPO? IPOs are normally in premium, from the simple thought that there is no company in the world that would like to list itself in an undervalued price. And so IPOs tend to be overvalued. With the huge hype in China around Ant IPO, it seems like the entering point for the average retail investor is going to be relatively high. But investing in Ant pre-IPO can be a good play and can generate nice profits. So as we said, Ant Group IPO will take place on the 5th of November, which is also the same date in which Alibaba is going to release its third quarter results. And there is one man out there for whom this date is going to be unforgettable: China's top rock star, Jack Ma. This is the place to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is to make you invest in Ant Financial or its affiliates. This is just an introduction to the company. Before you decide to invest in any stock, make sure to make your own research.
在感到彷徨，我想超越这平凡的奢望。
So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Give it a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm. See you in the next video and have a great day.
想要怒放的生命，就像飞翔在辽阔天空，就像穿行在无边的旷野，拥有挣脱一切。